That is a solid recognized program.
Hi, my name is Marcus Smith. I'm the creative director of Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac Games. I'm here to interview Jessica Citizen from Player Attack. Jessica, why do you attack players?
Let's start off with the first obvious question. What is it like to embody two of the scariest boogeymen in Hollywood history?
Well, you know, what's great for Ken and I is that the sort of incubation period on Freddy vs. Jason lasted from almost the inception of the original Nightmare on Elm Street until we did it in 2003. And we worked real hard on it, and Ken will tell you. I mean, Ken was more used to the cold weather than I was, but we had to go to I had to go work on his turf at Camp Crystal Lake. And by the time we got there in the fall in Vancouver, it was cold. We literally had a hot tub on the set to jump into between takes. But it was great because almost immediately after it opened, Ken and I knew, you know, we had a worldwide hit.
Pass on a little message for me, will you?
I had no concept, really. I'd worked on number 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, as the stunt coordinator and the stunt double and the fry cook that gets killed. And but when I interviewed for the stunt coordinating job on Freddy vs. Jason, and the producer had me come in, asked me if I'd like to audition for it, and I did, and really still had no concept until I walked into the trailer and I met Robert for the first time, and he said, "Well, Ken, we'll be seeing each other for the rest of our lives now." and I, what do you mean? And he goes, "Well, conventions." And here we are all these years later, and you know, we've spent so much time together, and I've gotten to know him and his beautiful wife, Nancy, and it's just been a fantastic experience, and I cannot believe what an icon Jason is all over the world.
You have quite a strong following in the gaming and geeky communities. How did that come about?
Wow, so you know, one of my first ever videos to go, as they say, viral on YouTube, or the tubes, as I call them, was a cover of The Legend of Zelda. And I remember, you know, I played Zelda as a kid, and you know, several people had said that I looked kind of like a little mystical, like, elf character, and I was like, well, that means I would probably make a good Link. And I've always loved dress up and cosplay, so I was like, I'm gonna, you know, and honestly, I kind of thought people would make fun of me for it, and so I did, you know, because I'm dancing around the woods, pretending to be Link from Zelda and playing a violin. So yeah, I thought everyone would think it was, you know, maybe, I thought people would maybe make fun of me for it, but instead it just blew up, and it was my first, you know, big video, and actually really kind of kick-started my YouTube career, as I say. And from then I just started getting all these requests for gaming songs, you know, can you cover Skyrim, can you do Assassin's Creed, yada yada. And you know, even though I haven't played some of these newer games because I really don't game much anymore, but I mean, I'm never one to say no to an awesome song. They all have amazing scores, and I get to dress up like these really cool characters, make costumes, and, you know, play amazing music. So it's like a win-win.
So voice work, how did you fall into such a gig?
How does one fall into anything? I think it was a big open pit. I stumbled upon it. Somebody heard me screaming and went, "Wow, you'd be a great voice actor."
That is probably the best answer I've heard. Way better than acting school and wanting to do it.
Oh, screw acting school. That's for losers.
Accidental injury, the way to go?
Accidental injury is always the way. If you can break a bone on your way down, that's the way to fall into voice acting. Definitely.
And compensation payout.
Exactly, yes. Lawsuits. I'll just interview myself. I've been asked many times if women like it when I do the Duke voice in bed, and I reply to fans that women don't know who Duke Nukem is. Women in my age group, they've never heard of Duke Nukem. If I go, "Oh baby, you're hot," they're like, "Why are you talking like that?"
What does John St. John do when he's not being Duke?
Can I say this on camera? No. Well, I have many hobbies.
How many of them are not illegal in 51 states?
One, maybe. But no, I'm busy doing commercials and infomercial work, and I do theme park character voices as well. If you've ever heard of Legoland or Dollywood or Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, I do voices for rides and attractions, that kind of stuff. I do radio and TV imaging. Yeah.
So basically, in America, you're a big shot.
I'm a voice whore, basically. I'll say anything for money.
I'm here at E3 2013, and it is my great pleasure to be standing next to Hank Kersey, the military advisor for Call of Duty. How does one get a job like that?
Jessica, you got to be lucky. You got to be really lucky. And actually, I was reluctant initially to take the employment. I've been with them for all 10 years. You know, I got a call in my comfort of my home and said, hey, come be the Call of Duty advisor. I said, I don't know what Call of Duty is, and I don't like video games, so no, I'm not coming. And the guy said, well, they're going to fly us out first class, and they're going to give us whiskey. I said, well, ooh, I guess I could go. Now, my reluctance turned to enthusiasm when I went to see the studios, and I saw in the level of passion and the craftsmanship that was going into the making of the games. Now, this is a World War II games, but what they were doing, because they were so detailed and authentic, was they were telling history. And the kids or young men or young humans that played the game would gain an appreciation for that generation that was passing into the long night. So I became a real enthusiast. Now, since that time, they transformed in 07, they transformed to Modern Warfare pretty much. And the same level of commitment and passion to making the game authentic was there. And also now, folks that played the game got an appreciation for what soldiers, Australian SAS guys, coming back from the front, we went through. Now, they weren't getting the whole experience, but they get a little slice of a snippet of what looks down gun sights.
Hey.
Hey.
We're the Proto-Men.
Proto-Men.
International time-traveling superstars
Yes.
from America.
USA.
And you're watching Player Attack.
Player Attack.
Player Attack.
They attack players.
So watch out.
This is water bottle.
That's water. He has long hair.
Now we're just saying things.